up and try to flip it. But it's an hour and 25 minutes away. We gotta go to the bank. It's December 31st, so it's New Year's Eve. Luckily, the ATM lets me pull out money if the bank's not open. So guys, so here is the 2003 KX 250 two-stroke that I picked up this morning for a whopping $1,200. And you guys may be saying, what the fuck is wrong with it? For $1,200, does it run? Well, let me tell you. First of all, it runs. It actually starts first kick every time. It shifts through all the gears. It does everything it should. And I'll tell you why I got it for $1,200. But before that, oh my goodness, I'm gonna tell you guys about the bike. So, like I said, 2003 KX 250. It's got 2016 250F body kit, KX 250F body kit on it and plastics. 2016 full front end, as you can see. And shoot, aftermarket hoses, FMF Pro Gold Series with the FMF Power Sport turbine, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know what it, I'm too lazy to read that shit. Tisk. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Tisk shift lever, Tisk hub, Tisk front and rear wheels, wave rotors, Tisk sprocket, or no, Rethanol. I don't know what, I think it's a Rethanol sprocket. The forks are built by SFF Air, as you can see on there. It's got an arc clutch. I'm not a fan of it. It's too sloppy. I mean, like, what the fuck is this? Pro taper bars, Evo series, 1.1/8. What else? ODI lock nut grips. Carbon fiber clutch cover. What the frick? Carbon fiber covers. Powder coated swing arm. Covers on both sides. The stock carb. New top end. New chain, new sprocket. What else? I'm not a fan of the seat. It looks old. I do like the ribbed on it. That part, because my 125 doesn't have that. But I'm not a fan of how really dirty it is. I'm also not a fan of the green. I'm really thinking about putting black plastics on it and doing it like purple, but we'll see. But yeah. So it looks like. It's weird because they got one of the adapters for the freaking bars. The 1.1/8 bars is black and one of them's chrome. The triple clamps are painted black horribly. And I mean like spray painted. The frame is actually powder coated. I was surprised. I thought it was spray painted by the pictures, but no, this is actually powder coated. My dogs are going crazy. Quiet, because the mailman's here. But yeah, no, this is actually like a powder coated. You could see the gloss in it. but it's powder coated black with like a purplish blue flake. I'm probably forgetting shit, but yeah, moral of the story, there's a good bit done to this bike. So now let's go over what I found wrong. Oh, actually, no. What came with the bike first, and then we'll go over the bad. I'm teasing you guys. So, obviously, bike, gave me the stand, both of them. It had these awful looking graphics on. That's why I have the razor blade on here. You should have seen how awful it looks before I pulled the graphics off. Well, actually, I'll post the clip of me doing the tutorial of how to pull these graphics off, so you guys can kind of see. It's going to be a tutorial, as in like probably a short, but you can see like I took all of this horribleness off of there. Yeah. So, but yeah, bike, both the stands, and what else? Yes, I'm in Sweats 2-cycle Lucas. And it's a clean Arizona title, even though I'm in California. But that's not a big issue because we will transfer it. My dog is trying to eat the plastic, so I'm going to pick the majority of that up now. If I can. She's probably going to want it more now that I've fucked with it. Put all of this up here. Sorry, like cut this part out, but yeah, powder coated frame. I thought that part was super cool. And then yeah, so how I got the bike was the dude posted. I was actually looking for parts for my KX 125, 1997 KX 125. I saw this and I was like, I don't need it because it was posted for $2,200. It was like, let's just say it was like a 10 something at night, and I was about to go to bed, and I took some relaxing herbs to make me fall asleep, and I was on Marketplace, and I saw this bike while looking for parts, and said, fuck it, and messaged the guy $1,500 for it, thinking he would say no. He said, let's start at 18 and negotiate from there. And I said, honestly, I'm not even going to come and look at it if you're not going to meet me at 15 or lower. He said and then I gave him the list of the reasons why. I told him I was about an hour and a half away. And I just started rattling off the stuff that I've dealt with when buying bikes, like rear wheel hubs, bearings, leaky exhaust, broken shift levers, broken rear brakes, broken front brakes, no front brakes, just stuff like that. And he didn't know the last time that the top end was done until I found the receipt and the paperwork that he gave me after I bought the bike. So yeah, he gave me an envelope about this thick, probably had about 4 papers in it. It was the title, registration, and some other stuff, like service records for oil changes and shit. But in there, I found, in the service records, I found a complete rebuild receipt for this thing from a pretty reputable shop outside of my area, about an hour and a half away, with warranty. And since the rebuild, the bike, he said, it doesn't have an hour meter on it, but he said it probably has about 5 to 10 hours max. He took it to Glamis, which is like 4 or 5 hours from me, like near Pismo and all that, in the desert. And he rode it, and he said it scared the shit out of him, and he put it in the garage because he has kids. So that begins to tell me, why did I get it for $1,200? What is wrong with it? So I haven't ridden it besides up and down the street, but the basic things I could tell by just looking at it as far as what's wrong with it is, like I said, No, down. Sorry, my dog's jumping. Is the Triple Cree, like I said, is painted horribly. Sorry, this is just dirty. The kid, yeah, we'll get to that part. Like I said, also really crappily painted, like Rust-Oleum or crayon spray painted. Clutch cover is not worn through, but the paint on it's trashed. Swing arm is powder coated, but I think I could bring it back to life, but it's it's pretty satin looking. Rear tire shot. It has an Arizona title, and it's a bike in California, but it's off-road, so it's not really a big deal. Pay like $110 and transfer it over here. It's just the appointment of getting a VIN verification. Quiet. And yeah, that's it. Other than that, I haven't found anything else wrong with the bike. It shifts all the gears. It has plenty of power. Reeds are fine. It goes to the power valves are fine. All that other stuff is fine. I don't know how I feel about the body kit yet. It kind of fits the bike because it does have, like I said, 2016 front end. Like the bike looks like a 2016 bike. Besides the fact that it doesn't have a full aluminum frame, but it's kind of cool that the frame is painted back. It's one thing I hate about my KX 125 or any of the older style KXs is the green frame. It is so fucking ugly, in my opinion. I do not like green at all. We'll just go with that. Okay, so yeah, it has horrible plastics still. It had the horrible graphics on it when I bought it. Triple tree, rear swing arm, probably needs rear wheel bearings, pipes dented, bunch of cosmetic shit. And it's out of state bike as far as registration. So that leaves what are my plans with it? I don't really have that much plans with it besides put plastic on it and make it look nice. Nothing leaks. Like it doesn't leak anything. The chain is lubed and all that other stuff. That's why all that happened. But yeah, it doesn't leak anything right now. So yeah, but why I got it for $1,200 is I told the dude that it probably needed like the basic stuff, wheel bearings, all the other, basic bullshit. I told him I was pretty much gonna have to go through the whole bike, which at some point I am. And the other shit that was wrong with it. And he told me that he doesn't have time to ride it because he's a welder and he basically bought it and has been sitting in his garage ever since it scared the shit out of him since he bought it. And it's been sitting in his garage for years and he's only just kind of started it up and put it around the block and that was it. And he figured that he better get rid of it. And like I said, he had it posted for $2,200. I offered him $15,000, thinking he was gonna say, "Freaking no, take a walk, buddy." The dude was actually really cool. We started talking over the phone through text, and he told me pretty much his bottom dollar was $1,200 after talking for a while because I said, I'm gonna go through the bike. So I drove an hour, and the morning of today is actually the day I bought this bike, but yesterday, when I was mentioning to the guy, I told him I was like, I'll be there, $1,200 cash in the morning at 9 a.m. I left my house at 7:30, drove an hour and a half, stopped at Wells Fargo, got $1,200, went to this guy's house. He swore up and down as far as on the marketplace ads over text and in person that I would start first kick cold, and I went to go start it, and first kick cold as shit, 48 degrees in his garage. This thing fired right up. Sorry for my terrible probably representation of a two-stroke. And yeah, so we guys are talking about bikes and cars and shit like that. And he pretty much has a son and a 2-month-old son as well. And he has no time. And the days that he has off work, he's spending time with his kid. He doesn't know where to ride it, nor he said also that, like I said, he's scared of it. So He had it posted for 6 hours. I was the first person to message him and offer him cash and say I was coming and give him my phone number and repeatedly asked for the address after he said $1,200. And he marked it as pending. And the next day of today, like I said, I picked it up. And that was that. But yeah, stay tuned for this one. We're going to, like I said, I'm probably going to put new plastics on it. Probably black ones. I wanted to do like a build, but like this thing's pretty built already. Like, I mean, it's not like crazy built, but like I'm not gonna mess with it. Has brand new hubs and spokes and wheels and all that. Like they're just dirty. Like they look scratched right there, but they're just dirty. So I'm like, because I was gonna do purple with like black plastics and purple and do a purple theme with it, but I'm like, I don't know. I might still do the purple and then just change out the wheels when they go. Or when the wheels need to be released, Intrude will powder coat the hubs or something if they're still good. But yeah, we're going to put black plastics on it, I think, and go with some like holographic purplish graphics. Put my traditional 64 or something on there. But yeah, this thing is freaking nice, guys. I cannot believe I got it for $1,200. I'm still in shock. I thought the dude was bullshitting me. I'll post clips of it running so you guys don't think I'm capping. And when I'm not cold as in my mind and it's not 48 degrees, I'll post pictures of me starting it up. First kick, cold as shit. But yeah, bike, stand, other stand, 2-stroke oil, title, service records, $1,200. Sometimes, guys, you just gotta be there at the right time in the right place. And then also, I will say this, it is dead fucking winter right now. There is nobody riding dirt bikes. It is 48 degrees consistently almost every day throughout the day, and it has been for the past couple weeks. So yeah. And I think the warmest it's been in the last month is like 60 degrees. And 60 degrees over here is wind. It's going to be windy. And this is California. Like I said, everybody's used to SoCal weather of it being like 70 degrees, something like that, warmer. But yeah. So obviously the market is not in demand. And I was thinking, there's literally no way I can't lose on it. I wasn't even going to buy this thing. So I was like I said, I was just messing around. Not really messing around. Like if he said $1,500, I would have bought it, obviously. Because at that point I would have still felt the bike was worth $1,500, obviously. But the fact that I got it for $300 less than that is perfect. And I don't know. I'm just really happy with it. But like I said, we'll see when I ride it, how long it lasts. But all we've done to it so far is taking the hideous graphics off of it, and taking it home, cleaned up the frame a little bit, and that's really it. But yeah, stay tuned for this, guys. Comment. I'm gonna start doing more of these videos. Tell me what you guys want to see. I got a Harley too. See if you want to see that videos. Sorry for my dirty floor. I'm gonna clean that up later. But yeah, I'll post the KX125 on the channel too. It's just torn apart because it has I hit a rock with it and it has a rock in the inner clutch case. Not the actual case, engine case, but the clutch case, the inner one on the right side. Not a big deal. They're like $100. Got one already ordered. And yeah, so yeah, I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. But the inspiration, last thing I will say, I got the inspiration of buying and flipping dirt bikes and how to buy them for cheap from Kincaid and Tyler Mulligan. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, but Kincaid, I know everybody in the fucking dirt bike world that fixes dirt bikes and loves dirt bikes knows who Kincaid is. I'll put their channels in the descriptions, but yeah, he has so many videos of him buying bikes that don't even run for $1,000. And the fact that I got this for $1,200 and it runs, I could part this bike out for more money than, or about the same money without even the engine for what I paid for it. And the dude was super chill. Like I said, he was gamer dude, super chill, about my size, a little bit taller, skinny dude. Said it scared the shit out of him. You know, blah 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 blah. Oh, fork seals was one other thing I needed, but yeah. Peace, guys.